Understanding a distant murmur. Hello everyone, welcome back to our English language learning series. Today, we're going to explore a very poetic and evocative phrase, a distant murmur. Understanding such phrases can add depth to your comprehension and expression in English. So, let's dive into the delicate nuances and contexts of this beautiful expression. A distant murmur is a phrase composed of two words, distant and murmur. Distant refers to something that is far away in space or time. It can also imply a kind of emotional separation or aloofness. Murmur is a sound that is barely audible. It's often associated with a low, continuous, and somewhat indistinct noise. It can be the sound of people talking quietly or the soft sound of nature. When these words combine into the phrase, a distant murmur, they create a vivid image or sensation, that of a sound that is not only soft and subtle but also far away, either physically or metaphorically. A distant murmur can be used in several contexts. 1. Literature and poetry. It's a favorite among writers and poets to evoke a sense of something that is present yet elusive, creating a background presence that is felt rather than distinctly heard or seen. 2. Everyday conversation. While not as common in casual speech, it can be used to describe an actual sound or a feeling of something that is not fully present or clear. For example, someone might say, "I heard the distant murmur of the city," or, "There was a distant murmur of doubt in his mind." 3. In metaphorical sense, the phrase can be metaphorical, representing something that is not tangible, like a feeling or a thought that is not fully formed or is far from the forefront of consciousness. Let's see how this phrase can be used in sentences. 1. Describing an actual sound. As we sat by the lakeside at night, we could hear the distant murmur of the forest. 2. In a metaphorical sense, even though she seemed calm, there was a distant murmur of anxiety in her heart. 3. In literature, the novel described the city as a place where the distant murmur of life never ceased, even in the early hours of the morning. I hope this video has given you a clear understanding of the phrase, a distant murmur. It's a beautiful expression that can add depth and emotion to your language. Remember, exploring such phrases not only enhances your vocabulary but also enriches your ability to express subtle nuances in English. Until our next lesson, keep listening for those distant murmurs in language and life.